Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Scotto's Garden, where the more we know, the better we grow. Zone 6, Urban Gardening. Absolutely beautiful day here in the Gem City. We're in the middle of April, and we're getting our beds and everything together. And I've been asked quite a few times, what do I do to rejuvenate or bring my beds back to life? And you always want to keep in mind to do that, guys, because for one, we all know that the worms are in there, and they're looking for compost and looking for things to eat so they can recycle it, eat it, and recycle it to the microbes. The microbes can then eat it and recycle it to the roots. So we just want to really make sure that those worms are in there happy and we have plenty of soil amendment nutrition in that soil. We want to keep it there. And guys, some real good soil. Let me see here. Because as I've said before, there goes one. It shouldn't take long to find some worms, especially if you got really good soil, because all it is we're rejuvenating the soil from last season. And if you think about it, guys, when you're gardening outside and you're growing things, you're always preparing for the next season, whether you know it or not, or whether you realize it or not. So what I like to do here is right here, I like to, and this is how I do all my garden beds, you know, whether they're big or small, in ground, above ground, it don't matter. I like to do this little trench right here, and then I'll start filling it back up. I want to get some nitrogen in there, so I'm going to use some of the grass clippings from a previous grass cut that I did a couple days ago, some coffee grounds, so we're just put that on in there. And you don't have to worry about the grass growing up through the dirt. That's not how that works, really. So I've got that in there. And then I want to put some compost for the worms to munch on. They really like old canned goods. That works good in there. So I got some green beans. I'm going to put these in here. I've got some frozen bananas for some good potassium. I'm going to slap those on in there right there. Bam, like that. Got another can, some tomatoes. Going to pop that on in there. Here we go. In fact, let's add another one. Bam. Make those worms really happy. Then I like to just cover that up. Get that nice and covered up. And always, guys, make sure when you're doing this, I mentioned before that worm courtesy, that you're not exposing the worms. Because even as I'm doing this right now, there's birds looking dead at me. And they just can't wait for me to leave so they can hurry up and swoop down here and eat all the worms that they can see. So keep in mind and pay attention to that. Because the better you treat your worms, the better they'll treat your soil in your garden. But guys, this is basically what I like to do to refill mine. Now what I'll do is I'll plant my seedlings on top, add a layer of topsoil, maybe some mulch on top, depending what I'm growing, and it'll be ready to go. Guys, this is Scotto's Garden, and this is basically how I revitalize all my garden beds. A little grass clippings, a little coffee grounds, and a little compost to feed those worms and stuff. They'll absolutely keep recycling things into there. And guys, if you want to add some more microbes and things to your garden beds, leaf mold is a wonderful way to do it. Because guys, this leaf mold is full of microbes, and the microbes are going to be eating what the worms left over, and they're going to be recycling that to the plants, to the roots. You want to make sure you got plenty of that, and the way to make sure that you have plenty is all dead leaves. Guys, this is Scotto's Garden. Keep gardening and keep growing. Holla at your boy. We out. Ouch.